and welcome to another episode from the DaDaABC Fairy Godmother channel. Okay, so this video is mostly going to be useful to young, talented people. Well, or maybe old, talented people. Oh, yes, Florence. Any people who want to live and enjoy their lives and maybe want to do things in a slightly different way. Right, so you're trying to make a living in the creative sector. As an artist, a musician, an actor, a dancer, whatever. You've been to college, you've worked really hard, and you've got your qualifications. And now you're out in that there big, scary, inconsiderate world. Exciting, ain't it? And when you get paid jobs in the arts, they can be very lucrative. But unless you're very lucky, it might take you some time and a hell of a lot of effort to get one of those jobs. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. At first, you may well end up spending a lot of time working really hard for a huge amount of praise and a very small amount of hard cash. And even when you have built up a reputation and you're getting work, it's often not consistent. Feast and famine, good times when the work rolls in and not so good when it does not. And that's especially true when you're just starting out. And honey, it can be very scary and very stressful trying to make ends meet when life is like that. But you're not going to give up, are you? And somehow you will find a way to pay the bills and eat, at least occasionally. So how are you going to do that? You're smart. You know you need a backup plan, a security blanket, but you don't want 9 to 5 or heaven forbid shifts. Never. You know that if you take an average 9 to 5 job, your chances of success in your chosen creative field will diminish considerably. Because A, you will be too tired to put in the required amount of thought and energy into your passion. And B, some boss type person will be hassling you to commit to a job you don't actually like and don't really want, and you're only doing it because, well, starvation isn't actually an option. And C, you might not have the flexibility or the time available to seize a great opportunity when it eventually appears. And you don't want to let one of those pass you by. Okay, so let's look at what you need. In an ideal world, you want a half-decent job. A fun job. Well, that would be an added bonus. A job that allows you to be you and values you. The work needs to be at convenient hours to fit in with other work. And preferably hours that means you're not going to burn out by trying to work very long hours late into the night. And it is a fact that artists, musicians, creative people in general, well, they tend to be up late. Apparently it's a sign of intelligence, a sign of great creativity that you work best late at night. But sugar, it's going to kill you if you then try and function in the rat race. I mean, I've done that, been there, done that, got a whole wardrobe of t-shirts. And a long time ago, I decided it wasn't for me. I mean, early mornings make me grumpy and irritable. Me and that 7 a.m, we fell out a while back. We are no longer friends. We ain't even on speaking terms. I mean, in fact, I'd possibly go so far as to say we're mortal enemies. I simply no longer associate with 7 a.m. I mean, I've never seen the point of getting up in the morning and not looking forward to the day. So frankly, I don't do it. And you do know that life is mostly about choices. You do not have to live your life like everyone else. Well, unless you want to. But you do know that, don't you? And me personally, I want to enjoy what I do for a living. More than enjoy it, I want to actually love it. And I see no reason why I shouldn't. I have 6 jobs and I make them all work together, and I do love them all. But most of them are in fields that can be precarious financial wise. I mean, I do okay these days, but it wasn't always the case. And not having any cash, well, that's an extremely stressful feeling. So I know you need to find at least one job with a bit of security, stable hours, but that job has still got to fit in with how you want to live your life. And I'm sure there are several great options out there. But the job I found was with DaDaABC. And it's great. It's fun. DaDaABC allows you a lot of flexibility in the way you teach your students. You get to think for yourself and use your brain, the way it was designed to function creatively. And you get money for doing so. Win-win. So, if you're trying to make a living in the creative field as an artist or a musician, if you crave freedom, if you're in the UK and you and 7am are mortal enemies, then maybe you should look into getting a job with DaDaABC, teaching English online. It just might be the solution you're looking for. It fulfills all the above criteria. It gives you that bit of security while still giving you the flexibility to pursue your passions in the arts. And I hear it's also great if you're trying to bring up kids, because the hours fit in really well with the school run, but, well, I've no experience of that, so I couldn't really say. So, if you want to stop making excuses and start making plans, while you're applying for that art commission, rehearsing for that play or gig, writing that book or that song, maybe you should also apply to a company like DaDaABC. Well, from my experience, I can tell you that DaDaABC pay well. Well, especially when you take into account that you're teaching from home. So you save a lot of wasted time commuting and a lot of other expenses. And it's fun. Let's face it, I simply love the kids that I teach. But even more importantly to me, teaching online gives me flexibility and freedom. Working for DaDaABC allows me to be me and to live my fun, happy life how I want to live it. It reduces the stress in my life. Well, you could say it is a security blanket, a little bit of stability in my whirlwind existence. And I love that. Yes, freedom. Yes, freedom. They can never take that away from us, Florence. That's the worst Scottish accent I've ever heard. Laughter. Laughter is a symbol of freedom. And I spend a lot of time laughing with my DaDaABC students. Anyway, time for us to do something more interesting. So, I'll put a link in the comments box. Check it out if you want to. It just might be the solution you're looking for. Okay, that's all for now. Remember, we love you very much. And we will be back soon with more tips and information for you. Until then, have fun. Bye!